So the benefit of creating a soft slab box is that you're able to use the malleability of the clay as a forming tool. So what I mean by that is, let's say I want to use the clay and push it out and create some form in that way. So I am going to use a ruler and create fairly equidistant lines along the form. I am just eyeballing this, so they may not be completely symmetrical, but you'll see why that's not totally necessary with what I'm about to do. So because the clay is nice and soft, right, I can move it very easily. I have my finger in between these two lines here, down here. And if I get my fingers damp, I can pull my one finger on the inside and it creates a three-dimensional ridge. I've got some cracks. That's not a big deal at this point. I have stretched the clay, and so that's normal. But I have plenty of opportunity to go back and recompress that surface. And so because I am pushing with these two fingers on the outside and my inside finger is in between those, I'm able to create these ridges. But if your fingers aren't wet, your fingers won't glide on the surface. So they can get stuck. But you can also do a plethora of other things with nice, soft slabs. You have the ability to simply bow a side out, which is much harder to do once the clay has stiffened. I'm going to continue this design . So I used my sponge there because I had some cracks open up the surface, and I want to be as consistent as I can. Even up to here. So this is a little more challenging because I don't have a spot for my other finger to go. So I'm just using one finger in that little area there. And I started in the middle mostly because the clay will stretch best if it's evenly distributed. Rather than starting from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, try to start, if you're going to do this kind of manipulation, try to start from the middle. And that is one benefit of working with soft clay slabs to create a box, is that you have a lot more ability to stretch the clay in its wet state.